to the Sagebrush Show. I'm your host, Dennis O'Donnell, and we are so excited to have a very special guest, Selena Rosanbalm, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing?
Well, thank you so much for coming up here today.
I couldn't be happier.
I'm a big fan of your wonderful voice and your band.
Thank you.
And, well, if we're lucky later today, maybe we can have you sing some songs for our guests at home.
I can arrange that.
Awesome, awesome. Well, tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm mostly from Austin. We moved here when I was 10 years old, and I've been here ever since, except for a few years in Oklahoma, where I went to college. Not OU. A small stint in New York, but Austin's my hometown.
Wow. Where in New York did you go?
I lived in the city. I lived in Sunnyside, Queens, just off the 7 train.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My grandfather owned a bar in Queens.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of that, have you ever been in a fist fight?
No, not in recent years. Not in recent years.
Okay, well, good. So we don't have to worry about any trouble.
I hope not. I hope not here. No.
Okay, good. Has music always been a part of your life?
Yeah. I kind of started singing when I was in the 5th grade, which is right before I moved here. So it's the only thing that I really felt really competent doing when I was a young person, so I've been doing it ever since.
Wow, 5th grade.
5th grade.
So, what grabbed you to do that? Was it something that you did with church or with school?
Yeah, it was at school. We did. I think my first public performance was a talent show, and I sang a song from The Lion King. As you might.
Yeah.
As you might. And that was it.
What's the strangest tip or request that you've got as a performer?
Strangest request probably for Janis Joplin.
Oh, yeah.
I think Janis Joplin. I do love Janis, but I don't think that we really sound like her. Also, a lot of requests for Johnny Cash, which again, not exactly what I do, but he's the man.
Yeah. You know, Beth Chrisman once tipped me buffalo meat at the hole in the wall.
That's amazing. I did get a phone number in the tip jar a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the trash.
Well, tell me about Fancy.
Fancy is a new project featuring Beth Chrisman, Christy Hayes, and yours truly. And we do women's country music from the 80s and 90s. So all the hits from your childhood, if you're a person my age, and it's awesome. It's so fun. You know, it's an interesting thing to have kind of 3 people in charge, but not really nobody's in charge. So there's no one person who's the band leader, which really relieves some pressure from us. So we're all super happy to be doing it, and it's a little blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all 3 of you girls so much.
Yeah, me too.
Well, which one of those female performing artists do you feel had the biggest impact on you as a singer for your career?
Yeah, probably Mary Chapin Carpenter, I would say. Her songs have always really resonated with me. I think when I got most excited about performing, not as much songwriting, but performing when I was in middle school, I think Shania Twain had a huge hand in that. So I think those are probably the two big ones.
Well, in trying times like this, music is the healer.
It is.
You know, and my mother would always have a saying, "Wash your hands, stupid!"
Self-titled album. This is one I wrote about the death of a dog. Actually, my pooch died when I was out on tour, and the person who had him was completely guilt-stricken and couldn't really talk about it, and I wasn't able to get a hold of them until I was back from tour, so it was just kind of an unsettling time. So this is a song called Gut Punch. one, this is an older song of mine, but it will also be on the new album. This is a little more country. This tune, it's called The Old House. It's, you know, when you like go back and visit your hometown and you might go drive by your childhood home, it's kind of a similar thing, but driving by the house you lived in with an ex. So I would find myself driving by the house I used to live in with my ex-boyfriend, and it's not quite the same. It doesn't really bring that happy nostalgia. It brings kind of a darker, sadder thing. So, The Old House. To a familiar tune from my first record, which came out under the name Rosie and the Ramblers. We've been lucky enough to be playing at the White Horse for a long, long time, and I'm so excited to be playing the new stuff here at the Sagebrush. It's a beautiful space. So here's a song from that record called Hell of a Guy. Panhandle, Texas.
picture the host